Again, YouTube, this is Dr. Kendo, and I'm back with Scribblenauts Unlimited, the object editor commentaries. The name of this game is Scribblenauts Unlimited, as I just said. And the idea behind this series is creating whatever you guys, the subscribers, request, and then I go through all of the comments for that week or two, however long the time frame's gonna be, and I see which one is the most popular request, so it was most asked for by the most amount of different people. Makes sense, right? So anyway, we're starting off with an alien as the source object, and it's probably going to be somewhat obvious. I mean, obviously every single one of my videos has the title of whatever we're creating in here, so that gives it away automatically. But I just thought it was interesting because we're starting off with an alien and creating kind of an alien character, which would be O from the movie Home. We took a mammoth and got the back leg, thigh, upper part, so basically just go to the front leg and take its back upper thigh of that front leg. It would be its right leg if you're examining that. We're going to double up on that stamp piece and go to the 6th page of this color pattern library and take this one that's in the bottom left-hand corner. This pattern, it's going to kind of give it the clothing texture color pattern, and we are going to make it a little bit brighter of a blue. Let's go ahead and we'll move this in a little bit and flip this one that's on the our right. It would be to his left, and this is basically going to be his outfit. A little bit of purple shows up beneath the outfit, and he, in essence, doesn't really have a neck, or any of the Boov species aliens. That's what they're called. But outlining it is going to be another kind of color. It's like a purplish pink almost, more so on the purple side, I would say, actually. So you want to copy this mammoth thigh piece once again, but put it behind the blue ones. So you can see basically that this is just going to be sort of the outer stitching of his outfit. And there we go. We've got another one right in place there for the other side. And you basically, again, you just want this to show kind of on the outer edge like it's stitched together. Yeah, you'll see kind of when we do the comparison picture at the end. A Swiss roll. This is like the perfect shape. I mean, I guess it could be a little bit better, but honestly, I just figured it couldn't be more perfect. It has that little swirl, the spirally swirl. I think it's great. So Swiss roll is going to be that shape, painted a little bit more pinkish purple or bright purple, I guess. And we're just going to take head, pretty simple, for O's head. It is a little bit wider in the film, so if maybe you want to investigate another stamp piece for that, you could. Shell is going to be the C shell, of course. You don't want to take the other kind of shell. You want the one for C, and that's actually pretty cool too. I mean, it looks sort of like some ram horns if you're thinking in that mindset, but if you see a picture of O, those do look like his ears, because his ears basically start out a little bit thicker at the base, and then they spiral around and they actually get thinner, like they're little tubes or something at the very end. So I think that this shell stamp piece is great. A golem's shoulder, the left shoulder of a golem, it would be to our right. That's going to be the eye, I guess I should say the whites of the eyes. And then the circle right here that we just put down is the bluish part of his eyes. His eyes are blue. And then I'm going to take a pearl. You could also do another circle or a dot or something for the black. The reason that I like the pearls, though, for the black parts of his eyes is not only are we going to include a dot on there to give the kind of glow, but the pearl has this like shine in it. It looks just a little bit more detailed, there's a little texture in there. I don't give every character that I do in this series a mouth because Scribblenauts Unlimited, it's like 70% of the humans and humanoids in this game don't have mouths or noses. But in this character, I felt like it was probably a good idea. I've been doing it a lot lately. If I have the stamp space and stuff, I'll put in a mouth. But basically, to create O's mouth here, we've done 2 cat tails facing in either direction, and then the letter I is going to be his center part of the mouth, kind of the more straight part that's in there. And we're going to shrink these little shell ears down a bit. It's all starting to come together. For anyone who's kind of new to the series and new to my art style and stuff, I like to sort of stick to the Scribblenauts art style, i.e. usually the characters have bigger heads than the rest of their body and stuff, so it's like disproportionately larger heads. Not like huge, but I mean, they're bigger. And they're often kind of short, stubby, stocky little cartoony characters and stuff, and that's sort of the art style that I like to go by. And I guess I should mention, we took the mutant arm. It's like a little green arm in the 29-page library. Basically, when you click that stamp button down at the very bottom, that basically is to set you up to put on a new piece on your object. Another piece can be referred to as a stamp in this game. So you have a limited amount of pieces you can actually put on to make your creation. So we have actually run out of stamp space for our O right here. But I took that mutant arm from the 29-page library and made that his legs. And you do it 3 times on each side because the Boov have 6 legs. So let's talk about it. Whenever I'm doing the properties these are the scripting editing right here, I like to give background information or fun facts for anybody who may not be familiar with the series or characters that we're talking about. So let's get started. O, from the 2015 Dreamworks animation called Home, is a lovable little Boov alien. Again, Boov being the name of their species, who leads a bit of a hapless life at first until he learns new skills and new ways to look at and live life from a girl on Earth named Tip. Okay, well, her real name is Gratuity, but she goes by Tip. Anyway, the reason his name is O is because of the sound that the other Boov make when he comes up to them, always reacting with a disgusted "oh." He's voiced by Jim Parsons, whom many of you probably recognize from The Big Bang Theory, and honestly, despite the Boov initially being annoyed with him in the movie, I think that he's actually a great character, and the movie Home is incredibly sweet and heartfelt. And get this, as of April 19th, 2015, pretty recent ago, well, I'm recording this on April 22nd, it's a Wednesday, but it'll be uploaded on a Sunday. But no matter, April 19th, 2015, Home has grossed $142.9 million in North America and $127.3 million in other parts of the world, for a worldwide total of $270.2 million. It resulted in one of the biggest opening days for a DreamWorks animation non-sequel ever, with $15.6 million on its opening day, putting it only behind Kung Fu Panda at $20 million and Monsters vs. Aliens with $16.75 million. So again, it's a wonderful movie, and I of course encourage anyone who can go to see it. We're just doing some last-minute size readjustments and I guess positioning of all of our stamp pieces and things like that. I like our O here. I think it's pretty much turned out how I wanted it. In lieu of the alien arms, if you want to take something else out, since we did run out of stamp space, you'll have to take away 2 stamps to do this, but if you want to put Jenny Greenteeth and use her arms down, you could do that for his arms as well. The reason that I liked the alien arms, though, is that they're kind of thin. You know, the Boov species, they don't exactly have big, muscular or fat arms or anything like that, so that's why I liked the alien arms. So I guess if I can comment on anything that's been going on lately, I just want to say, whenever I take something from a TV show or a series, basically I ask that all of my requests, obviously, they've always been gaming, movie, or TV, or I'd probably accept nerd and geek culture related things. So anything in that sort of sphere, I'll take as a request. Again, it has to be the most popular for it to get created. But like Gravity Falls was the previous episode that I uploaded. I just create the main cast, or I create whatever is kind of asked for. If I don't do like a minor character, or if I don't do a secondary character who appears a lot, it's because, for one, either not enough people asked for it, or I'm just creating the main cast. I'm kind of creating things that make sense to create. First of all, I don't have all the time in the world, so I can't do 10 objects in one episode. I'm just too crazy busy for that. So, sometimes I'll get a comment that says you forgot this person, or you forgot this thing from the show or from the game or whatever. And that is never the case. I don't ever forget a character. If I don't include it, it's a conscious decision. I didn't think, oh man, I should make this and then just forget to do it. Basically forgetting obviously implies that I meant to do something but just didn't remember to do it. And that again never happens with this series. So if you're wondering why a character isn't in one of the episodes, go ahead and request it and see it. If it's the most popular, it'll get created in a separate episode, probably with lots of other secondary characters or whatever was consciously left off of the episode prior. So now that we're through with that, I just want to thank you so much. Without you, the viewers and subscribers, I could not be successful. So I really appreciate it. There are some just extremely supportive people, and I love your comments. I try to get to all of them, and I do a damn good job for how busy I am and stuff. So any comment that makes sense to reply to, I usually do. So I'll see you down there in the comment section. And on the next vid, I will catch you, and thanks to you for the viewing. Be the viewer and
down the road of twists and turns, always anxious to see what's within. We can look ahead to the point of no return, to the rest of our lives and the spectacle we give. I've been down the road of twists and turns, always anxious to see what's within. We can look ahead to the point of no return, to the rest of our lives.